The first map to finally pack some punch. Where it all began, where old mate Richtofen and Max Bond developed their master plan, and clapping monkeys dropped the beat. You've probably already guessed it because it's in the title. It's Riese'S, translated to the giant. What's going on, guys? It's the Doctor Show here, and I'm about to jump into the map that technically started it all. The map that was the sharp hook at the end of the World at War fishing rod that hooked all of you now dedicated zombie enthusiasts to Call of Duty Zombies forever. Or at least until Infinite Warfare comes out. Now, before I really tucked into this map, I wanted to know the general consensus of what people thought about it. Is it absolute Horizon Gold, or does it have a shade of Zesterberg green that puts people off? Well, searching into Google the words Riese'S rating, I was met with the 1983 film The Giant, which was given a rating of 7.8 out of 10 from IMDb. Not bad. So being the journalistic YouTuber I am, I took this at face value and went along with it. The fans give Riese'S a solid 7.8 out of 10 rating. Alright, enough of that, let's get into it. Riese'S is the first map in the World at War saga, but was added with the Resurrection package for Black Ops 1, and was featured as one of the first in Black Ops 3, almost 5 years later, with a trailer to match its huge rating. Oh my god. What? Set in a secret Group 935 factory near Breslau, Germany in 1946. It was the setting for Richtofen and Maxis to create German weapons and tools that would help Germany win the war. It is the factory where they both developed the ray gun, the Wunderwaffe DGs, the monkey bombs, and the teleporters. It is through the Riese'S radios scattered around the map that we uncover huge amounts of storyline for this map. Now, Radio 1 can be found in the underground passageway near teleporter ZC. It's of Ludwig Maxis explaining the need for more supply of element 115, that we are so close to realizing the ultimate plan, which hints at the reasons why they're at the facility, to develop wonder weapons. But we know there are hints of Richtofen researching and developing 115 weapons and things that were not part of the plan. Radio 2 is found in front of the double tap machine. When triggered, we hear Maxis welcoming that what seems to be the test subjects, or possibly scientists and researchers. He mentions that you are the pioneers of human discovery, and that you have volunteered to be part of this great experiment, which furthers the test subject theory. He goes on and says that they will have no contact with families or government, and will have to be fully dedicated, which really just tells us that they will probably lose their lives for the testing. Now, it may have been through this that the original four came together, that Dempsey, Nikolai, and Takio met at the facility. There is also a book seen outside the map that has a similar message as the radio, saying the operation must be under absolute secrecy, and mentions the field operations manual that will direct you should our mission get compromised, which may be hints that the Riese'S facility was overrun, so they went to Shinonuma and Varuk to further their research. The next radio, just outside teleporter ZA, explains that when Samantha, Maxis' daughter, began getting suspicious of their work, he bought her a dog called Fluffy to distract her from what they were doing. This is when he decided to try and teleport the dog after previous tests to teleport humans returned fruitless. During a phonograph recording, we hear the doctors teleporting the dog and find it disappears dramatically. Later, in another recording, the doctors test another subject in the teleporter and find that when activated, spawns the dog back. But this time, it is transformed into a hellhound. We also hear the fragile relationship between Richtofen and Maxis. Maxis, being the higher authority, doesn't give Richtofen the level of respect that he would like, which preempts what will happen. At this point, Samantha runs into the testing area towards the dog, thinking it is still the cute Fluffy, but soon realizes that something has happened. Maxis runs behind her to save her from the savage hellhound. Samantha, Maxis, and the Hellhound are all in the test chamber, and Richtofen takes advantage of this and closes the test subject doors to trap the three of them. He activates the teleporter and says goodbye, Dr. Maxis. This is the turning point of it all. When Samantha takes control of the zombies, Maxis is locked in the computers and the Hellhounds begin to spawn. There are also 4 Illuminati codes written on wooden boards. These read Living Dead, Edward is Alive, Treyarch, and To Community, the fans, and our families, thank you, we shall return, which are all very interesting. But also around the map on boards, you can also see photos on the walls of Ascension, Kino, Call the Dead, and some mysterious zombie Paris map. Maybe we'll see in Infinite Warfare. The last quote I'll mention is the embrace the Trinity and true power will be yours, writing on the wall, which literally just tells us that the players must connect all 3 teleporters to the mainframe to get access to teleportation and the pack-punch machine. With this quote is one that reads, return through the ether, which is rather cool and foreshadows how Richtofen possibly moves between times and places. Now, Der Riese'S is really the first map to have an actual multi-step Easter egg besides Peter McKay's Grave Easter egg on iOS. But I mean, who besides B. James plays iOS zombies? Now, the Flytrap Easter egg, called Hide and Seek with Samantha, is triggered by shooting down the alleyway with a pack-a-punched weapon. Now, 8 objects will fly out in a ring, then spread across the map. They can be found in 3 simple locations. We have a video if you wish to find out. At each stage of shooting each of these, Samantha will giggle and say a few quotes. And once the last item is shot, she will scream angrily, "You won, game over." On Black Ops 3 The Giant, the voice is actually Max's, and he says some different quotes, and once you complete each item, you can pick up the Annihilator in one of the furnaces as a special weapon. This may be an interesting connection to the musical Easter egg on the map, which is activated when you press on the 3 glowing jars that appear with spines in them. The song, you may be wondering, is Beauty of Annihilation. Coincidence? I'll let you decide. Some more little interesting things in this map is that around the facility you can hear a woman crying, a dog whispering near a teleporter, and little kids singing near the power generator, which is probably the little kids that we see in the house way later on. There was also going to be a new perk machine called Ammomatic, which would simply spawn a max ammo after purchasing from the machine, but was scrapped last minute, as we all know. Lastly, when you teleport into Riese'S, you can see a bunch of different images fly past you, one being the Call of the Dead lighthouse, and one, which may also be coincidence, of a dark forest that looks exactly like the forest in the Black Ops 3 menu. Anyway, that's about it. This map was filled with little bits and pieces of storyline and random quotes. What they did do is added some substance to the zombie game. It even foreshadowed future maps that wouldn't come out until later years. Now, if you did enjoy this video, don't be afraid to give that like button some love. And subscribe if you haven't. Now that's it from me. I'll see you in the next one.
I am the Dragon Master!
You want Dragon Pasta?
I'll break you, I'll unbreak you.
I'll break your heart then.
How do I get out of this video?
Oh no! My god!
Oh,
He's still alive?
I'm very much not alive.